let's go back to it, man. Let's just go back to like what was your impression of the aquarium of that one time you met?
Oh no.
And you have to be honest. You have to be honest. You have to be honest.
I was like,
Jacob, you first.
It was cool. I mean, it seemed very natural, very genuine. I knew that they weren't like trying to be something like they weren't. They were very open and very like honest, and I think that that's exactly what I mean. If you're worried and you're anxious and you might think, oh well, because I know definitely. I think that night, I think it wasn't me, but Zoe's always been the one to say, uh, kind of like interrogate and be like, so what do you do?
Zoe.
What do you like? And she's the little one, mind
Yeah.
you, so she's very, you know, um,
Yeah, she was.
but it was cool though. It was great because I knew that, like I said, it just felt like it was just it was pieces falling into place,
Yeah.
and it was just really cool.
What about you?
I think going into it, I was really intimidated because I had heard like, oh, there's two sisters and there's a boy, and I was like, OMG, I've never had sisters. I want sisters. So like going into it, I was like, OMG, there's girls. So I was just kind of not that I didn't care about you, but I already had a brother, so I was like, OMG, like what are these girls gonna think of me? Blah blah blah. But like you said, it all fell into place. Like,
It didn't fall in place. So the people that don't know, how much older is Christian than you?
um,
I know, but for those that don't know.
I'm 19 and he's about to be 28.
Okay.
So it's like 8 years.
8 years difference. And then Jacob's 25. And then Shayla's 20. And then
Shayla's
Zoe's
20, Zoe's 16.
So when you met Shayla, she's like your age. You guys
Mhm.
like the same age.
Yeah.
And then you have a little sister. And Zoe was 12 for like 3 years.
She's 12.
She's a little 12. Like she's a little spark plug of the family. It's so funny because when you brought it up, it's like, do you remember Zoe asking your mom, like, what was her political affiliation, like, right at the table? She's like, who are you going to vote for? I was like, whoa. It's like, like, that was
She didn't
crazy.
care.
I was like, wow, that was pretty tough, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty tough. But you guys went over it and you guys learned to work it out. And you know what's so incredible? You know what was the miracle of life? The pandemic.
Yeah.
Do you remember doing life together during the pandemic? Being
We
in
did
lockdown?
everything together.
We did everything together. It's like we just met, we're getting together. I'm dating your mother, and we're initiating this life by the grace of God, and then the country shuts down. Do you remember we went to the rodeo?
Yeah.
Okay, so we went to the rodeo, and I believe we went to go see
The-
Blake Shelton, and 2 days later,
Mhm.
the next day, that's right, the very next day, March 17th, the world shut down, and we were stuck. Isn't that crazy?
We were doing everything though. I was learning how to drive. I was driving that little Nissan,
Yeah.
hitting curves.
Oh my!
I remember that one time. It was all of us. It
He was right by Popeyes.
Yeah.
It's up to
And
the door. Every
Jacob,
time I pass by,
I hit the curb and Jacob got in the front seat, fixed it, and he's like, okay, get back in.
You got it.
Y'all didn't hear that?
What? Confessions?
I hit the curb at Popeyes and I was driving and it was all of us. And then we couldn't get it out. So Jacob got in the front seat, fixed it. And he's like, okay, get back in.
Oh wow, that's so crazy.
I know. I was like, okay.
So we went through a pandemic, but before we went through a pandemic, we went through a freeze. Do you remember the Arctic freeze that we had no power?
Yeah.
And we lived in the house, and we had no power, no gas, no light. It was freezing in the house. We kept together, and we went into survival mode. And then all of a sudden, we went like hunting in the snow. We went hunting in the snow in Kingwood, and we would come back. And I actually cooked. I remember cooking
Hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs and fidel on a grill because we didn't have any power. But all of our neighbors, nobody had power. It was the freeze of 2020, and then 2 months later, the pandemic, and then we're stuck. We're doing board games. We're doing live.
Bob Ross tutorials.
Yes, we're just trying to entertain ourselves. It's just wow. I think that was one of the most genuine times. And we had the small house, right? So we had a smaller house that we all lived together, and we all lived life together. And it was such great memories. I think that to me, that was one of the most genuine and most fulfilling moments that really built our character. Um, yeah, it's good. It's good. Some people, I'm so sorry if you guys probably didn't have a good experience during COVID, but COVID for us that was
We had a great time.
that was a
It
great
was
time.
awesome.
It was a
I
great
miss it.
time.
Let's do
It's
it again.
yeah, it's good.
Let's
Don't
shut down
say
the country again.
And
It was all
Fauci.
live. 6 feet apart. Where?
Yeah, 6 feet apart. Liars. Anyway, you get canceled right now. If you enjoy this content and you want to see more, click right here.